Class 1, Division 2 environments, Rigid Metal Conduit, or RMC, may be threaded with National Pipe Thread, referred to as NPT. Intermediate Metal Conduit, or INC, electrical non-metallic tubing, called ENT, and Flexible Metal Conduit, or FMC, are also acceptable. Threads must be clean-cut and free from burrs. When installing electrical systems in hazardous locations, understanding the specific requirements for conduit and threading is crucial for safety and compliance. Class 1, Division 2 locations are areas where flammable gases, vapors, or liquids may be present under abnormal conditions. Therefore, all electrical equipment and installations must be designed and installed to minimize the risk of ignition. Rigid Metal Conduit provides a robust and grounded pathway for electrical conductors, offering mechanical protection and serving as an effective barrier against the propagation of explosions. Selecting the appropriate threading methods for RMC is critical to maintaining the integrity of this protection. National Pipe Thread, or NPT, is a widely used standard for tapered threads on pipes and fittings. Its tapered design creates a tight seal when tightened, providing a reliable mechanical connection and electrical continuity. Intermediate Metal Conduit, or IMC, is a thinner-walled alternative to RMC, but it still offers significant mechanical strength and is suitable for many Class 1, Division 2 applications. Electrical non-metallic tubing, referred to as ENT, is a flexible, non-metallic conduit often used for concealed wiring in walls, floors, and ceilings. While it does not provide the same level of mechanical protection as RMC or IMC, it can be used in conjunction with RMC in certain Class 1, Division 2 applications if properly installed and supported. Flexible Metal Conduit, called FMC, provides flexibility for wiring in tight spaces or where movement is expected. However, it is essential to ensure that FMC is properly grounded and supported to maintain electrical safety. When threading RMC, IMC, ENT, or FMC, it is imperative that the threads are clean-cut and free from burrs. Burrs can interfere with the proper seating of the threads, reducing the mechanical strength and electrical continuity of the connection. Clean-cut threads ensure that the conduit sections are tightly joined, minimizing the risk of sparking or arcing, which could ignite flammable substances in a Class 1, Division 2 environment. To achieve clean-cut threads, it is recommended to use high-quality threading tools and to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. After threading, inspect the threads for any imperfections or burrs. Remove any burrs with a file or deburring tool before assembling the conduit sections. Apply a suitable thread lubricant or sealant to the threads to facilitate assembly and to provide a moisture-resistant seal. When connecting different types of conduit, such as RMC to ENT, it is essential to use appropriate fittings and adapters that are specifically designed for the purpose. These fittings should be listed for use in Class 1, Division 2 locations and should maintain the integrity of the conduit system. Furthermore, it is important to consider the environmental conditions in the Class 1, Division 2 location when selecting conduit and threading methods. Factors such as temperature, humidity, and chemical exposure can affect the performance and longevity of the conduit system. Choose materials and coatings that are resistant to the specific environmental conditions to ensure long-term reliability. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential for all electrical installations in hazardous locations, including conduit systems. Inspect the conduit for any signs of damage, corrosion, or loose connections. Tighten any loose connections and repair or replace any damaged conduit sections promptly. Ensure that all grounding connections are intact and that the conduit system is properly bonded to the electrical system ground. By following these guidelines and adhering to all applicable codes and standards, you can ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems in Class 1, Division 2 environments. Remember that proper conduit selection, threading practices, and maintenance are critical for preventing explosions and protecting personnel and property. Always consult with a qualified electrical professional for specific guidance on electrical installations and hazardous locations. National Electrical Code, or NEC, Article 500 provides detailed requirements for electrical equipment and wiring in hazardous locations. It defines different classes, divisions, and zones based on the type and likelihood of hazardous materials being present. Class 1 locations involve flammable gases or vapors, Class 2 locations involve combustible dusts, and Class 3 locations involve ignitable fibers or flyings. Divisions and zones further categorize the risk based on the frequency and duration of hazardous material present. Division 1 locations are those where hazardous materials are likely to be present under normal operating conditions, while Division 2 locations are those where hazardous materials are likely to be present only under abnormal conditions. Understanding the specific classification of a hazardous location is essential for selecting appropriate electrical equipment and wiring methods. In Class 1, Division 2 locations, electrical equipment must be designed to prevent ignition of flammable gases or vapors under normal operating conditions. This can be achieved through various protection methods, such as explosion-proof enclosures, intrinsically safe circuits, and non-incendive equipment. Explosion-proof enclosures are designed to contain any internal explosion and prevent it from propagating to the surrounding atmosphere. Intrinsically safe circuits limit the amount of energy available to prevent ignition of flammable materials. Non-incendive equipment is designed to not produce sparks or hot surfaces that could ignite flammable materials. When installing conduit in Class 1, Division 2 locations, it is important to follow specific requirements for sealing and grounding. Seals are used to prevent the passage of gases or vapors from one area to another through the conduit system. Seals are typically installed at the boundaries of hazardous locations and at enclosures containing arcing or sparking devices. Grounding is essential for providing a low impedance path for fault currents, minimizing the risk of electric shock and preventing the buildup of static electricity, which could ignite flammable materials. All metal conduit and enclosures must be properly grounded to the electrical system ground. In addition to conduit and wiring methods, other electrical equipment used in Class 1, Division 2 locations must also be suitable for the hazardous environment. This includes lighting fixtures, motors, switches, and receptacles. All electrical equipment should be listed and labeled for use in Class 1, Division 2 locations by a recognized testing laboratory. Regular inspections and maintenance are crucial for ensuring the continued safety of electrical installations in hazardous locations. Inspections should be conducted by qualified personnel who are familiar with the specific requirements for hazardous locations. Maintenance should include cleaning, tightening connections, and replacing any damaged or worn components. Proper documentation of inspections and maintenance is essential for demonstrating compliance with applicable codes and standards. Failure to comply with the requirements for electrical installations in hazardous locations can result in serious consequences, including explosions, fires, injuries, and fatalities. Therefore, it is essential to take all necessary precautions to ensure the safety of personnel and property. Remember that electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone who works in or around hazardous locations should be aware of the potential hazards and the precautions that must be taken to prevent accidents. Training and education are essential for ensuring that personnel have the knowledge and skills necessary to work safely in hazardous environments. By working together, we can create a safer working environment for everyone. When selecting rigid metal conduit, ensure it is manufactured to meet applicable standards, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all 6. The standard covers rigid metal conduit steel. It specifies the requirements for the construction, performance, and marking of RMC. The conduit must be made of steel and have a galvanized or other corrosion-resistant coating. The coating must be applied uniformly and adhere tightly to the steel. The conduit must be free from defects that could impair its strength or durability. The dimensions of the conduit must be within specified tolerances to ensure proper fit with fittings and connectors. The conduit must be marked with the manufacturer's name or trademark, the UL symbol, the conduit size, and other relevant information. When installing RMC, use proper tools and techniques to ensure a secure and reliable connection. Use a conduit bender to bend the conduit to the desired shape without kinking or damaging it. Use a pipe cutter to cut the conduit to the desired length. Use a reamer to remove any burrs from the cut end of the conduit. Use a threader to create threads on the end of the conduit if necessary. Use a wrench to tighten fittings and connectors securely. When supporting RMC, use appropriate hangers and supports to prevent sagging or damage. Support should be spaced according to the NEC requirements. Support should be made of corrosion-resistant materials. Support should be securely fastened to the building structure. When grounding RMC, use proper grounding methods to ensure electrical safety. Connect the conduit to the electrical system ground using a grounding bushing and a grounding conductor. Ensure that the grounding conductor is properly sized according to the NEC requirements. Protect the grounding connection from corrosion. When sealing RMC, use appropriate sealing methods to prevent the passage of gases or vapors. Install seals at the boundaries of hazardous locations. Install seals at enclosures containing arcing or sparking devices. Use sealing compound that is compatible with the conduit and the hazardous materials present. When inspecting RMC, look for signs of damage, corrosion, or loose connections. Check the conduit for dents, cracks, or other damage. Check the coating for signs of corrosion or deterioration. Check the fittings and connectors for tightness. Check the supports for proper spacing and secure attachment. When maintaining RMC, repair or replace any damaged or corroded sections of conduit. Tighten any loose fittings or connectors. Replace any missing or damaged supports. Reapply corrosion protection to any exposed metal surfaces. When working with electrical systems in hazardous locations, always follow safe work practices. To energize the circuit before working on any electrical equipment, use appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves, safety glasses, and hearing protection. Be aware of the potential hazards and take precautions to prevent accident. Follow all applicable codes and standards. By following these guidelines, you can ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems in Class 1, Division 2 environments. Remember that electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone who works in or around hazardous locations should be aware of the potential hazards and the precautions that must be taken to prevent accidents. Training and education are essential for ensuring that personnel have the knowledge and skills necessary to work safely in hazardous environments. By working together, we can create a safer working environment for everyone. In summary, when dealing with RMC in Class 1, Division 2 locations, adherence to specific threading requirements, proper installation techniques, and regular maintenance are paramount. The acceptability of NPT, IMC, ENT, and FMC for threading with RMC provides flexibility in design and installation, but each option must be carefully considered in the context of the specific application and in accordance with the NEC. Clean-cut, burr-free threads are essential for ensuring a secure and electrically continuous connection. Regular inspection should be conducted to identify and address any signs of damage, corrosion, or loose connections. By following these guidelines and staying informed about the latest industry standards and best practices, electrical professionals can ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems in hazardous locations. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified experts when necessary to mitigate risks and maintain compliance with applicable regulations.